How are day, my beautiful and amazing people? I salute you according to our time, or depending on when at and that they're listening to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another bungalicious information, my people. Now, well done. My people, now welcome. Una the hear wait with the hear, one that shall never end. My people, I think sometime very soon, some of you go, they think, say, some of us na prophet, where they tell something as it happened. It's not because we are prophet, though. It is because when you know the history of somebody, you know how he behaves, the lifestyle of somebody, you can be able to predict what he can do. I think that's one of the things that happens in the case of Yu. Yu is someone that is very, very predictable, especially as it has to do with Judy Austin. Very, very predictable. When I noticed recently that Yul Edochie is so tensed and he had been mounting much pressure to Queen May, mounting much pressure on Queen May on the issue of reconciliation or making people believe that he wants his wife back. There is nothing he hasn't said about having Queen May back as his wife. He doesn't want to lose her. That is the only person I have. That is the only person I want. Queen May left me because he doesn't want me to follow her and enjoy the money she's making. Queen May knows that she's going to make money. That's why she left me. May this, may that. You know, he has been saying a lot of things to friends. And whenever I hear it, I'll still come here and tell you. I will analyze the way it comes or the way he said it, and I will still tell you that's a revised psychology. That is not Yul Edochie. Everything you see him do, he doesn't mean it. And that's why I tell you, every day, every time, I will beat my chest to tell you that Yul Edochie never loves Queen May and never loves Judy Austin and never loves anyone. Yul Edochie loves himself. He doesn't love anyone. He doesn't love anybody. So no matter what he says, that is who he is. And as long as he does not love anyone, his lifestyle will still be the same. He cannot change. So if anybody is waiting for that guy to change, he has changed. He will change. Let's give him time. Yul Edochie has not changed. Yul Edochie will not change. And Yul Edochie can never change. Because he has one philosophy, loving himself more than he loves any other person. Whatever that guy is doing that is not beneficial to him or that does not benefit him more, he cannot do it. He can't lose out in anything. It is only when he feels he's the one that's going to gain. Maybe later the thing now fed him, that you see him start crying or anything. But outside that, Yul Edochie does not have intention of planning anything that will benefit anybody other than him. That is the problem. And that is why a lot of people who don't know him support him sheepishly. But those who know him, especially those of his friends who know his ways, who know his lifestyle, who know the way he behaves, they always just waka. Their day, stay on their own, maintain their lane without talking about him. Because no matter how you struggle to fight to support him, you're on your own. He will disgrace you. He will embarrass you. He will disappoint you. I'm telling you the truth. He will disappoint you and you will just feel bad. So in order not to feel bad, a lot of people who know him just kukuma give him length of distance. They give him length of distance. My people no be smart, the information where they reach us now be say Yul Edochie is already, had already sent a letter through his lawyer to the court that November 10 is not conducive for him. Not because he doesn't want the court to hold that day, but because he's not going to be around. He's traveling to attend for a health issues, but that his lawyer will be around. And he didn't mention anything about Judy Austin. He didn't speak for Judy. He only spoke, before he used to write, he would say, Judy and I will not be around because of something. Our lawyer will be around, or this and about this one. He just told the court that he's not going to be around. Remember last week, if you have been following me ardently, if you have been following my videos, you will see I told you that Yul Edochie is planning, because everything that is working on this guy, whatever you see this guy doing right now, everything that is working on this guy is just to uh, find a way to dodge that day, or find a way to change the mind of Premier before that day, so that Premier will be having that soft landing for him. Find a way to downs the tension of that day, because that day is so much tensed. So many things are going to happen that day. Yul Edochie, in clear terms, is afraid of November 10th. He doesn't know what will happen that day. He doesn't know what the outcome will be. It is not about the divorce signing. It is not about granting Premier divorce. No, it is about the consequence of all he has done, that the court has evidences against him right now. And on that day, the court will declare whether there is bigamy or not. On that day, the court is going to also look at the allegation and the challenges of what happened to the monies in the bank and the goods in Premier's shop. On that day, the court is going to look at so many other things that came up, so many rascality, that social media rascality, and all those cyberbullying and cyber stalking that Premier and that Yul Edochie and Judy Austin were doing to Premier. So many things that were not made out, that are just paramount. Most of those things are not discussed because they are just mentioned once or twice, because they are fact. Like Judy Austin case had not been a case to the court because it's a fact. Judy had admitted to the court that he knew that Yul Edochie, she knows that Yul Edochie, or she knew that Yul Edochie was married before starting a relationship with Yul Edochie. So she has admitted to that. There's nothing again the court will ask her. She has proved that she's guilty on that aspect. So what is expected is what the judge will charge her of that, whether the 100 million, which we know that it may not be completely 100 million, or it may be more than 100 million, but it may not exactly be what you claim. But the court, in their wisdom, will charge her what they think is a good charge against such offense, because she has admitted to it. Then Yul Edochie also, which means Yul Edochie also had admitted to adultery, because he committed adultery against the marriage, and that is against the wife, and has never reconciled with that. So Yul Edochie also will be charged. And meanwhile, there were a lot of things that happened. The traces of where the money that left the family account went to, where the money that left the kids account went to. There were so many traces of where the goods that was, Premier went to market and come back within few days. The goods in the shop, everything was picked out. Not even a pin was remaining. The traces of the destination of the goods were also, it's as if the court has traces of the destination of the goods, and so many other things. Is going to be heavy on that day. And Yul Edochie is becoming so tensed to come to sit down and listen to what's going to happen that day. So he has already asked the lawyer to represent him at the court, and he will not be around. What it means is that the court may not, it will hold, but will not, give out, because you cannot give judgment in the absence of accused. You can't give judgment in the absence or in the absence of accused, and you can never, pronounce anything when the person is not around. So Yul is still buying time. Remember, this has been the situation, not now. This has been the situation from the beginning. He has been buying time over the issue of this case. So the truancy he had played in the court and everything. So my people, they say Yul Edochie had written to the court through his lawyer that he will travel to attend to his health, that there will be a medical, he's traveling on a medical trip to attend to some health issues that are necessary to be attended to within that period that the court is sitting. So that he hereby, apologize to the court for, the inconveniences that may cause, and beg the court to grant him that opportunity to go and take care of his health. But that his lawyer will be around to for the proceeding to take place, so that the lawyer can be able to take up some things that are necessary in his absence. What it means is that he doesn't want the court to sit. Yes, that's what it means. And this will now be communicated to Premier's lawyer to know whether the court can sit. They will look at the authenticity of the letter, look at the severity of the health issues he writes and everything. If the court, in their wisdom, decides to allow him, no problem, he will go. If the court says no, something will be done. Because you know why? That the court may say no is because this is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time, and this is not the fourth time. Since the inception of this case, Yul Edochie has been playing truancy in so many times. Because whenever he becomes afraid of what is happening, he will now discharge himself and not be around. He can only shows up when he sees that the case is running on their own side. That has been the situation. Yul Edochie schemes a lot, and I know. And because of his pride, he's afraid that he may be put to shame on that day. And he doesn't want to put to shame. So he wants a situation where some of the tensions in the court is down. Some of the impression that Premier had created must have gone down. And also, he will have time to sit with some of these people, at least sit with his lawyer, have some tapping into the judges and, having a way of having a discussion so that you can, calm down people. Because one of the information reaching us is that one of the judges that involved in this case is very, very angry with what is happening to Premier. It's not as if he's supporting Premier. It's not as if she's supporting anybody, but she's not happy with Judy Austin in particular by accepting that she knows this man is married. And you went ahead and carried belly for the man. That's what pains this woman. Not even that you carry away the man. Carry away is something that you can say, okay, for the man it's involuntary. Maybe the man pushed her to the wall or persuade her or lure her or bribed her or do one or two things as a single mother, no problem. But a situation where you go and carry belly for a married man is totally abominable. Totally abominable. They say this judge, whenever she's around, she's so much interested in Judy Austin's case and make sure that the case is so out in the court for Judy to face the music, to face the consequence of what she did. Because according to the judge, this is totally bad for you to go and carry belly for another person's husband. My people no be smart, Remember, I have been telling you guys that Yul Edochie is playing some games. And yesterday, he came out to tell us that the game don't change. It was when the letter had reached to the court. He said the game don't change. You see, manager, he begin to hell himself. They called, what's the name? This go to hear him. He was so happy. For a long time, he has forgotten the hailing. But that yesterday, as soon as the team went through and they tell him no feedback from the lawyer, only that from the judge, only that the judge has received it. As soon as they acknowledge the reception of the letter, immediately he started hailing himself because he believes he has succeeded. He believes he has catalyzed every plan of jailing him or putting him in kirikiri this week. He believes that he has been able to discountenance what people have in their mind about him that will happen. Meanwhile, the information reaching us from a Tory person say Yul Edochie friend was sharing with them that Yul had been living in fear over the outcome of the court case on November 10th and say that he is not ready to face whatever consequence that come out. That he is not ready to face the outcome of this court case and that he is no longer interested on how the court case is gaining so much popularity. That this is what should have ended. And why is the thing going on and going on? So, but the truth is that it is not possible that anybody can terminate the court proceedings. No, it's only God that began it that can stop it. Yul Edochie is very afraid, very, very afraid of the outcome of that court case. Whatever the outcome is, everybody will still go home. Whatever the outcome is, everybody will still collect. Like I always tell you that only those who eat beans, now then they shit beans. Person will not eat beans, they shit beans. Because you cannot give what you don't have. Period. You can't give what you don't have. My people no be smart, I talk I say, anytime you see a mad person staying at the middle of the road, they dance. Somebody is beating drum for them somewhere. You may not be hearing the drum, but there is a drum beating for him somewhere he's hearing. Whenever you see someone coming out and begin to stay at the middle of the road, they dance serious acrobatic dance. The person they hear something you are not hearing. That is the problem. Whenever you see Yul Edochie jumping up and doing some certain things, some agreement has taken place. But is that one thing I know about him is that he will never disappoint his own. He will never disappoint his own. He knows what he does, and he goes ahead every time to do it to the best of his ability. God will certainly expose every secret they are planning. Every secret they are planning against the court case, against Queen May, and against her kids, God will certainly expose them. You see, Yul and Judy, I think they are going to meet at the court. Okay, you say he's not coming. Okay, let's see. But I bet you the court will never grant that letter. That letter will be rejected, and you will be asked to take a lighter attention of that and maybe travel the next day, because this court case is very important. And if the judge succeeds in stopping him from running away from that court date, you will see that a lot of things are going to end. Maybe this long journey of case will end that day. And or a lot, or he's, I don't know, because one, I want you to understand before we close this, I want you to understand the fears of Yul Edochie. The fears of Yul Edochie are genuine. Genuine because he committed a lot. Genuine because so many things that are coming out within the process of this case were not there at the beginning, and you never believed that evidences of those things are there. So he thought that it is the information he gave out that will be used in everything, but not knowing that there will be a counter information, and there will be an evidence against him. And so many of those things are being prepared unnoticed. And that is the problem. He is going to receive the shockest part of his life any time, any day that the court sits. Everything he has been doing in secret, whoever he's meeting, and whatever he's doing, because all this, I want my wife back, I want my wife back. It is obvious, everybody knows that it is not about Pime, no, it's about the kids. It is about his self-aggrandization, about his self pity, about his own person interest. It's just about his personal interest. He has no interest of the people at hand. So anytime you see him going around telling people, I want my wife back, what he wants back is what he benefits, not the wife. Because we have said this several times without number. Yul Edochie does not love anyone. It's not about Queen May. Even Judy Austin is not loved. So if he couldn't love someone that had been with him for over 20-something years, gave him everything, supported him more than anybody, gave him name, gave him vibe, gave him life, gave him everything. In fact, sacrificed herself for him. I don't think there is anybody on earth that Yul Edochie can love. All he wants is wherever it benefits him, he goes and he does what benefits him. The court, I would like the court to be strict so much right now, to mandate him to be there. After all, he's not too serious, he's not too bad. After all, he's going around. People are seeing him. He's not too bad. So what I think the court needs to do is to pronounce something that will forbid any of the partners or any of the members of this case to play truancy again, or to reject that the case is about coming to an end, and you cannot be playing truancy because you feel that you are going to lose out a lot of things. If you know there are things you are going to lose, amend your life and start the life afresh, and make sure that you don't lose those things, but rather you gain. So you cannot be punishing somebody. Look at Pime, had been in the court consistently for 3 years, going to 4 years right now. And she had one of the highest and the biggest legal team of our time to represent her. Had a human rights lawyer, a family lawyer, and a contract, everything that had to do with law and that has to do with the problem, the issue he's having in his marriage, she's having in her marriage. Premier was able to pick this legal team, very matured, very experienced, and has been spending a lot of money on them, so for their researches, for their everything, so that they can be able to be on top of their game in this case. And somebody will be using some nonsense tactics, using some nonsense tactics, come and be blackmailing people in the name of coming to collect, in the name of I will not be around in the court, I will not do this and no, 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 you don't do that. You don't do that. Queen May has spent a lot of money and should have it should have it should be the work should have a work that is worth what she has spent. You cannot come to mess up this woman's wealth, this woman's sweat, just because of your self-aggrandizement. It's not possible. My people, not be smart, not be smart at all. Like and share this video, and God will bless you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to do so. All our returning subscribers, we say on a word on my people, now welcome. Make una have a nice day. Bye.